नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका राज्यसभा टीवी में। मैं हूं अमृता राय। गणतंत्र दिवस की पूर्व संध्या पर अभी आप सुन रहे थे राष्ट्रपति प्रणब मुखर्जी को, जिन्होंने आज देश को संबोधित किया। राष्ट्रपति ने संसद में बढ़ती तल्खी पर चिंता जताई और कहा कि बिना चर्चा के कानून पारित होने पर लोकतंत्र को धक्का पहुंचता है। राष्ट्रपति ने यह भी कहा कि भारत में हर धर्म कानून के सामने बराबर है। राष्ट्रपति ने महिला सुरक्षा पर भी जोर दिया और कहा कि अपने खिलाफ बढ़ते अपराधों ने महिलाओं के अंदर, महिलाओं के मन में डर पैदा कर दिया है। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि बिना महिलाओं को सम्मान दिए हम वैश्विक शक्ति नहीं बन सकते हैं। गिरीश,
Okay, it's very interesting what the President of India has chosen to speak about today, and we have with us two guests, Sanjay Kapoor, editor of Hard News, and Smita Gupta, associate editor of The Hindu. So we will discuss what the President of India has said and what it means, the import of it, and what is the message he's trying to send to the nation. Sanjay, it's interesting that he spoke of 3-4 important things. One was, of course, we have had a lot of discussion in this country in the last few weeks about ordinances, and so was he trying to send a message to the government that
this is not the first time he has said that. I mean, if you recall, a few days earlier, he in fact went on social media and he spoke about the imperative of discussion and how laws should not be obstructed in the parliament.
So it's actually a message to
it's a continuation of that, both for the opposition as well as for the ruling party. But more importantly, what he was trying to say is that laws of such import, of such importance, should not just go without a discussion. And that is, I think, a message more for the government. And it's saying it at this juncture when we actually take a pause and look at the fundamentals of our republic, especially our constitution. It, I think, is a very serious critique of how the government is being run.
एक तो पार्लियामेंट और देश के पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप को संदेश देने की कोशिश की है उन्होंने, लेकिन दूसरे साथ साथ उन्होंने सोसाइटी को भी संदेश देने की कोशिश की है, स्मिता। और खास तौर से जब उन्होंने महिलाओं के सम्मान का मुद्दा उठाया और कहा कि अगर हमें विश्व की शक्ति बननी है, अगर हमें वर्ल्ड लीडर बनना है, तो हमें महिलाओं को बिना एम्पावर किए, बिना सुरक्षा दिए हम उस तरफ सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं। कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है ये, जब हम 66वां रिपब्लिक डे मना रहे हैं एक तरफ, उस समय प्रेसिडेंट को ये कहना पड़ रहा है।
No, I think it's very significant that President Pranab Mukherjee has raised this issue of violence, continuing violence against women. A, because it is important in itself. B, also because the BJP made it an election issue last year. Violence against women, because it was preceded by a year in which there were many incidents that had come to light of rape and violence against women. And one of the BJP's major slogans had been that it would provide security to women. But unfortunately, in the 8 months, we haven't seen any let up on this. So I think it is significant in itself. It also, I think, has a political...
Smita, also going back to the previous point which Sanjay was talking about also, this is about, legislature. The business of legislature is to discuss, find consensus and arrive at a solution. Not avoiding legislature is not the solution. These are very strong statements he is making on.
Absolutely. In fact, he used the phrase, he says there's no democracy possible without a functioning legislature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying that a parliament that does not discuss its laws it's not fit to be called a democracy. It's a very, very strong statement, actually. We also know that while he has had to sign a whole range of ordinances since this government came to power, it's well known that he was unhappy about it. And it's
लेकिन ये भी सच है कि वो तमाम ऑर्डिनेंसेस उन्हीं के सिग्नेचर से आगे बढ़े हैं, लेकिन इस चिंता का कोई आने वाले दिनों में, भविष्य में कोई नतीजा निकलता हुआ दिख रहा है संजय आपको?
इस चिंता का जो कहने मतलब इसको सिर्फ सरकारी इसका एक रास्ता ढूंढ सकती है, उसके बिना तो ये संभव नहीं होगा। और सरकार के पास मेरे ख्याल से ये साधन इस समय उपलब्ध नहीं है, क्योंकि विपक्ष पूरी तरीके से खिलाफ है, चाहे लैंड एक्विजिशन बिल हुआ या इंश्योरेंस वाला बिल हुआ, तो इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में ये काफ़ी सेटल्ड व्यूज़ हैं, उसके बदलाव की संभावना बहुत कम है। और दूसरी बात, अगर ये जॉइंट सेशन लाते हैं तो जॉइंट सेशन लाने में भी तमाम समस्याएं, इतनी जल्दी होगा भी नहीं, उसमें कई सारी टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम है।
Sanjay, we will have to, no, but as far as the message of the president is concerned, does it make it a little more difficult for the government to approach him next time with an ordinance if it is necessary?
You know, we must remember
Was he trying to give a message?
President is weighing on very heavily on the government when it comes to, when he sees that they are departing from accepted practices. He is insisting that, you know, democracy, the primacy of the parliament cannot be overlooked. You have to get down to discussing and working with the opposition. And having said that, I don't know what the government is really going to do. They are not in a position to withdraw many of these so-called, I mean, if ordinances don't really get passed by the parliament, which have to be done in a specified time, they're not in a position, because their muscular way of dealing with these issues, because they have conveyed to the world that they're very determined to take forward certain, policies which will in fact help in ease of business or attract
लेकिन
investors.
विकास के लिए सरकार जो रास्ता अपना रही है, क्या यही रास्ते पर चलकर विकास होगा? क्योंकि प्रेसिडेंट ने इस तरफ भी इशारा किया है कि पीपल हैव इलेक्टेड द गवर्नमेंट एंड इट इज नाउ द जॉब ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट टू फुलफिल देयर ट्रस्ट. तो क्या ये जनता के ट्रस्ट को जीतने का, जनता के भरोसा को जीतने का यही एक रास्ता है?
देखिए, सरकार है ना, इंटरप्रेट करती है मैंडेट को अपने हिसाब से. जनता ने वोट दिया, उसके बाद सरकार सोचती है किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ाया जाए. पिछली सरकार जो यूपीए की थी, इन सब तमाम चीजें करने जो करे उन्होंने कदम लिया, उसकी वजह से वो वोट आउट हो गई. तो जो एनडीए सरकार रही है वो इसको इंटरप्रेट करिए कि जो इतनी पुरानी पॉलिसी थी उसको बदल कर, उसको ना हटा के अगर ये लोग अपनी नई पॉलिसीज लाते हैं या उसके विपरीत में लाते हैं तो उससे कम से कम जनता को उनको विश्वास मिल सकता है. तो ये हम लोग ग्रे जोन में काम कर रहे हैं क्योंकि डिफरेंट इंटरप्रिटेशंस का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है. तो ये कितना आगे कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे इसकी हम लोग को पूरा
Smita, he spoke of a single party. After 30 years, this country has given a single party majority to the government. So, and he laid a lot of onus now on the government to ensure that this kind of a trust which has been, reposed on them needs to be, the trust should not be betrayed and it should be carried forward. That's one point. And as far as going back to the issue of, legislature, we all know how seriously he used to take legislature as a minister, even as an opposition leader. So here he is also said, you think that he is also sending a message to the opposition parties, like when he says that civilized debate is necessary, you can't get things passed, that the legislature, good functioning of the legislature is very necessary. So you think that this message which he is sending apparently to the opposition also, is it something which will be received favorably at all?
No, I don't think so. I think that is just balance. He needs, because even in the earlier statement, he had said that, just as the government needs to, honor the fact that there should be discussion, but even, the other opposition parties should also, fulfill their part of the trust. But I think the focus is really on the government. He said you've got a huge mandate, you must honor that mandate. But he also said that it is for you to craft that consensus. It is for you to engage the opposition and create a consensus. And I also want to refer to something that Amrita raised about why did the president sign the ordinance. I think Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, having spent so many years in government and also being a very correct president, he knows that he can send the ordinance back once, but if the government sends it back again, he is bound to sign
right.
it. So he didn't want to create a kind of confrontation, especially because he originally belonged to the Congress party. But he has conveyed his message, I am not happy.
We sought an explanation from the ministers who converged at the Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Absolutely.
And said in so many words what was the compulsion for.
And now
लेकिन इसके जरिए उन्होंने केवल सरकार को नहीं, विपक्ष को भी संदेश देने की कोशिश की है कि चर्चा और संवैधानिक तरीके से कानून पास कराने का दायित्व सिर्फ दोनों को है, विपक्ष को भी उतना ही.
Another important issue which he raised is about diversity and harmony. These are issues. He is very up to date on what's happening in the country, and he is responding to this.
Tell you one thing very significant. I was trying to pick up a word which I don't think he spelled out. He never uttered the word secularism. He talked yes. plurality, but he never talked about. He also talked about separation between church and Caesar,
right,
and how it is very well established. But that word kind of, I think, got thrown out. Because at the end of it, every speech of the president has to be vetted by the Council of Ministers. and I'm sure they have certain issues about it. So that wasn't used. But having said that, he talked about how theocratic states are running into all kinds of crises. Then also about
लेकिन उन्होंने साथ साथ जब डाइवर्सिटी और हार्मनी की बात की तो उन्होंने ये भी कहा है कि कभी-कभी राजनीतिक प्रतिद्वंदिता में ये आहत होते हैं, ये सफर करते हैं और इससे लड़ने की जरूरत है, इसको इग्नोर नहीं किया जा सकता। इस तरफ भी उन्होंने
sometimes in the heat of politics these things happen. You know, he used the word heat of politics. So he's again sending a message not just to people. It's actually sending messages to the political parties, to the people, to everybody there. So
listen, I beg to differ that perhaps he himself did not use the word secularism.
Exactly.
Because, you see, in the wake of the defeat of the Congress, there has been this debate within the Congress party that, okay, yes, you're not changing our party policy, but there is a need to articulate the same thing in a way that is more acceptable. And therefore, if you see the words he used, he used pluralism, tolerance, goodwill among communities. These are the three phrases he used. And then he linked it to the Constitution. He said these are elements in the Constitution, and Republic Day is a day when we celebrate that document. So he kind of linked it up with...
No, it's all right, but I'm saying this kind of sensitivity to the word secularism which has come in after the Congress was voted out in May 2014 is reflected in the way even the Prime Minister is looking at the conflict which is built into or intrinsic in the way communities interact.
लेकिन चिंताओं को तो जताया है, साथ साथ संतुलन बिठाने के लिए क्लीन इंडिया कैंपेन की तारीफ भी की है। गांधी जी के 1901 के कैंपेन से शुरुआत करके क्लीन इंडिया कैंपेन की तारीफ की है, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ के बारे में बातें की हैं, तो एक तरह से संतुलन भी बिठाने की कोशिश है।
संतुलन तो थोड़ा बहुत है, but he also sort of established that it was Gandhi. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, we all know, we've been watching him for so many years. He's a very sophisticated politician who can say his message in a way that is not offensive. He will give credit where credit is due. And if you remember when the Prime Minister launched his Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, he had his little Swachh Bharat Abhiyan inside Rashtrapati Bhavan. He was the only one,
But another phrase which he used. He spoke of Gandhiji in 1915, 100 years of Gandhi returning from South Africa, and he used a very interesting phrase. He said, when Gandhi returned in 1915, he kept his eyes open and lips sealed. And he said that perhaps there is something which we all should practice. What do you think he meant by that?
I think at some stage he's telling the TV anchors that they should see more, watch more, say less, and he's actually disturbed.
I don't think that.
What I'm saying, he's actually disturbed by the kind of noise that has been created in the political space. A lot of these allegations that are leveled from, at each other, and the quality of debate actually degenerating because people are not listening to each other. They are actually talking at each other. So this entire degeneration, he's actually worried about.
That was very sophisticated, Smita, the way you put that.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I think there's a message for the Congress also.
Exactly.
Because when he talked about that Congress session where the delegates left a mess, he picked on the Congress.
He has a sense of history, solid sense of history. He is able to draw from history and be able to, relate it to the present.
I think what he was also able to do is to bring the role of our independence, the freedom movement, the role of the Congress, and the continuity which has been there in the way Constitution, our history has flowed. So he doesn't want to detract from that. It's all right that our party may have won last year, but you cannot be in a state of denial and forget about the past, the importance of Gandhi, how he helped in create or imagining India in a certain way. So those things, I think the President Pranab Mukherjee, being such a serious politician, he is trying to bring it back onto the center stage.
और इसलिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज बेस्ड ऑफ 4 प्राइमरी प्रीमाइसेस जिसमें डेमोक्रेसी, फ्रीडम ऑफ रिलीजन, जेंडर इक्वालिटी एंड इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी की वो बात करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, जिसमें वो एक तरह से पूरे देश की भावना को समाहित कर रहे हैं और उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की भावना को समाहित करते हुए बात कर रहे हैं.
I think he wants to say that if India is a great country, it is a great country also because of the constitutional principles and the values that those who brought freedom to this country, the fact that these were implemented, and you may have got your mandate, but if you stray too far from this maybe this center will not be able to hold.
Freedom of religion, which it spoke about. Again, a very contemporary issue, very controversial issue. It's there all over the place. And here is a president who speaks about it, but not as offensively as it could have been by somebody else.
He mentioned Gandhi, that Gandhi said that religion has to be a symbol of unity rather than of conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
And by stating that, he's actually telling all the entire political class, do not use religion for political purposes.
Yeah.
This is not the way India can go forward. I think it's a very important message that the president has been conveying, if somebody wants to listen to him, that is.
Also, I think he didn't use the word religion, he used the word faith.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of religion.
Okay. But he also said where every faith is equal and every culture blends into the other.
Right.
Meaning that this, it's the mixture of various cultures which makes us, gives this country strength and greatness and,
मतलब ये रिफ्लेक्शन है उस भावना का जो अभी राजनीतिक हलचलें हैं.
He's, Sanjay, he's a new president. He's in his second year, if I'm not, second year, right?
He's an old politician.
He's an old politician, but he's also, his equation with the new government. So he also seems to be, taking it very, soft steps. So is this, can we say that this is a first, some kind of a sign of him asserting his authority or trying to give some kind of a sign that, please don't take me.
That is, I think, as we were discussing, we may not have said it in so many words as you are doing, Girish, but there is an imprint of, or the signature of an elder statesman.
Right.
That I understand the constitution, I understand the country and its ethos, and let's not depart too far away from that. It's all right to have your economic policies, to run away to 6 or 7% growth rate, but there is a certain character of Indian society which you have to be mindful of. It has to be inclusive, it has to have people accommodated on the basis of, merit, not because of religion or faith. So these are the important messages that he's giving to the government. And I'm sure some people who are listening and not distracted would probably pay heed to what he's saying.
जी, हालांकि ये राष्ट्र के नाम संदेश था स्मिता, लेकिन ये भी सच है कि इस समय अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति बराक ओबामा भी यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं, तो संदेश क्या उस तरफ भी है कुछ?
Yeah, I'm sure the Americans would have taken note of Pranab Mukherjee's speech, because I think during the many discussions today on television, one issue that was raised is that this a country where there is peace, for any kind of economic relations to or trade relations to grow between India and the US, you also need some kind of stability. That stability also comes from social harmony.
Absolutely.
And that there shouldn't be a departure from that.
And President Pranab Mukherjee is somebody whom the Americans know pretty well.
Yeah.
He was the one who actually went to 2005 and put together this defense framework, which I think is the most significant agreement which took place between India and US. So which has been ratified or, allowed for another 10 years of peace,
So, okay, we have very little time left. He also spoke about economic growth and things like that. Having been the finance minister, he understands it as well as anybody else understands it in this country. But again, you think that there was some kind of a message to the government?
Well, he said economic progress is a test of democracy,
right,
and lifting people out of poverty. So those, I think, that's part of the routine. I don't think one can.
But I think the core issues that he discussed was, I think another area where he talked about was terrorism, where he said that we have to protect our country, we have to ensure that cross-border. He didn't mention Pakistan, but talked about cross-border terrorism and how you need to use deft diplomacy or incisive diplomacy.
Again, some kind of a message there.
He was saying incisive diplomacy to ensure that the peace doesn't go. I mean, you are able to maintain peace and protect your interests also. And he said that the world should come to India's help in fighting terror, which I think is very significant, more targeted towards the visiting dignitary who's here, that India's problem or terror are their own problems, and
when he talks of incisive diplomacy, obviously, he's also, there is an underlying message there, this kind of jingoism which we hear and things like that will not really solve or settle the problem. Use diplomacy to settle this problem.
I think there are 2 points. One is the point that you made, that jingoism will not work, and the other thing is that was one area where the BJP is to constantly attack the Congress for not being able to control terrorism, not being able to deal with Pakistan. So this is a gentle reminder that it's not that easy. you know, 8 months down the line, you know, there has really been no change on that front.
और इसीलिए उन्होंने कहा है कि इसको डिफीट करना है तो हमें अपने आप को मजबूत करना जरूरी है.
Yeah, and economic growth was very important in terms of making yourself stronger in terms of dealing different problems that might confront you.
तो ओवरऑल अगर
sorry, his lament about children, the way we have brought up our children, you know, this is something which was,
I think
which should you know affect or you know.
Prime Minister Modi, to his credit, also mentioned about how children should come down the 15th of August. He said how boys should deal with girls and how you know, children have to understand moral values. I think there was some little, you can say, a hint of whatever may have been stated earlier. But I think when it comes from a statesman like the president, surely
And
has a different kind of
he's
spin.
blaming the parents for not having brought up
He said
the,
we
you
have
know,
failed as parents and as leaders.
as leaders.
You mentioned that as well.
Yeah.
तो
So there is something for everybody.
ओवरऑल संदेश अगर हम देखें तो सोसाइटी और सरकार दोनों को किस तरह का मिला है इससे?
Yeah, I think so. I think he is reminding both the government and the people about the values enshrined in the constitution, of the values that have kept such a country with so much diversity united, and a reminder that if we are to become a superpower, we not only have to have economic progress, but also there must be social harmony and belief in the values of democracy. You know.
Okay, I think on that note, we need to end. But it's very evident that here we have a statesman like President who knows what he is talking. It's not that somebody needs to write a speech for me. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee has been doing that all his life, and all those thoughts which came pouring out today was obviously from the bottom of his heart. Hopefully the people to whom the message he was sending to the people of this country as well as the politicians and the political parties, hopefully they will be absorbing that message. Amrita?
न सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल क्लास बल्कि ये भी कि समाज भी उसको एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा होगा और उम्मीद है कि आने वाले दिनों में स्थितियां कुछ सुधरेंगी, बदलेंगी. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सभी का हमारी इस चर्चा में शामिल होने के लिए.